Hello mga kababayan, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Laruan ni Obi-Wan. The figure we are going to review tonight is from the Netflix TV series Masters of the Universe Revelations. We have the villain Tri-Klops. So let's examine the contents of our purchase. We have the Tri-Klops figure, we have a weapon, a sword, and an alternate garb for Tri-Klops because this is more the 1980s traditional garb that we have grown up to, and this is the Revelations Tri-Klops that is presented by Netflix. We also have an alternate head and an alternate set of hands. We have the base Tri-Klops figure out of packaging, so let's do a quick 360 of the figure. So for the base body of this action figure, not counting the head and the body armor, so we already have seen this mold with the He-Man action figures that we had before. So the first wave of Revelation figures, the He-Man figure would sport that mold. The fake He-Man Faker figure would also sport this mold. And I think the other figure, and that is the figure that I still don't have in my collection, would be the Man at Arms. I think the Man at Arms figure also shares this body mold. So let's take a look at the head sculpt of this figure, because the head sculpt is the defining characteristic for this action figure. So I am happy to note that the head sculpt is okay. So those eyes, those Tri-Klops eyes are not just painted materials or a sticker onto the plastic or the visor. So they are really molded onto the visor of this head sculpt. And if ever that you take your figure out of packaging and you notice that the eye that comes with it, the front eye, is actually off center, it is just an easy fix. Just take hold of the head sculpt and realign that eye to the center of the nose line, and voila, you have this kind of head sculpt accurate to the 80s Tri-Klops that we know. So that is a closer look at the body armor. So that body armor could be snapped off the figure on this back latch. And let's take a look at the sword. So that is the only weapon that comes with this Tri-Klops figure. Let's examine the other accessories that comes with this Tri-Klops figure. So let's start with the lesser accessories, which are the handsets or the splayed hands set. The next item would be the alternate head sculpt. So if you're going to change the Tri-Klops figure into that Netflix series look, so this is going to be the head sculpt that you're going to use. So we also have the priestly garb or garment. So this is I think, something of an overlay, a body armor of some sort or priestly garb of some sort. And it has a cape attached to the backside. And if you're really not satisfied with this material of a cape, then that is easily fixed. So you could just grab onto this or apply a little bit of heat on this section to loosen the glue, and just yank off this material and replace it with a nicer or thicker cloth, because right now this is just way too thin. So I prefer a thicker piece of cloth for a cape. Now we have the undergarment, and it is velcroed to the back. So basically, this is going to be it. So something of a prelude or look as to how you're going to transform the Tri-Klops. So let's do it. We have the Tri-Klops figure sporting that Netflix look or Netflix configuration as we have seen on the TV series. So the only gripe that I have really is this soft goods cape, this black cape. I think we could still replace that, but if you don't want to replace it, it is also still okay actually. But I would rather prefer something that is long and flowing, and the sides of the cape, black cape, reaches up to some kind of this point on this shoulder shroud to give it a more dramatic effect. As for posability of this figure, once you change the outfit or the garb, you sacrifice the posability or the mobility on the legs, because this cloth goods garb does not have any form of relief cut on the side. We don't have any relief cut on this side either, nor on the back. So if you really want to subject this action figure to really dramatic poses or dramatic action poses, it is just impossible with this outfit. So you have to change him into the more traditional 80s look if you want a more posable and more camera friendly Tri-Klops figure. So these two box sets actually are available at your Targets right now. Well, that is the case in my area. Wherever the Target that I visit within my area has these two box sets available. Okay, so if you were just given the chance to pick just one, which box set would offer you more value for money? So considering that, if for example, if you already have the Orko figure, then your purchase would be leaning towards the Tri-Klops figure, because just looking at the He-Man action figure alone, if you take that battle axe, actually there is not much to really look at over here. And we have more value on this side because of course it's a new character with a new head sculpt, and we have just another He-Man action figure to add to our collection, and a Savage one in design. So if you are not familiar with that episode in the Revelations series, you would really not be interested in this figure, because if you take a closer look at it, really if you don't have any Tarzan action figure, if you were just looking at this alone without the Orko and without the weapons, this could be a stand-alone Tarzan action figure. Just because with this garb and you just add a knife with this action figure, then that's it. You already have a Tarzan action figure. So with regards to purchase, if I were just given one between the two box sets, the one choice, it's going to be this box set of Tri-Klops. So I had a different use for the Savage He-Man action figure. So basically I was looking at the extra accessories that comes with the Tri-Klops action figure, and somehow with the Tri-Klops base body. When you change it into this outfit, somehow I like the barefoot version better. So this way, so something of a priest or a monk of some sort, and it just doesn't match if he has really thick battle boots like this protruding at the base of the garb. So with this look, somehow it's for me personally, it's kind of a match. So the next thing that I'm going to do with this mold actually is just to replace the cape into a more thicker material that really provides more accent or aesthetic appeal to this action figure. So I would let that really thick cape really hang somewhere over here, I think. So I would go all the way over here. Anyway, with this kind of pose for the Tri-Klops figure, you won't be really messing around with it. Actually, it's just going to stand this way in your collection. And the Tri-Klops figure that you're going to play with majority of the time is going to be in this configuration. So, well, that is just personally for my case, and each case or each collector's ideas would be different. But just presenting you with mine, so my possible scenario of how I'm going to really make use of this Tri-Klops figure. Because my primary interest with the Savage He-Man action figure is getting an Orko figure on board with my Masters of the Universe collection, because I don't have an Orko figure. And I've been searching for an Orko figure, and the ones that I have found online are really quite pricey. So with the purchase of this Savage He-Man set that comes with the Orko figure, somehow the Savage He-Man is just a bonus. And the head sculpt that is available for the He-Man action figure, actually I was looking at it and I somehow like this long-haired version better. So I think I would just be hitting the base of this hair and repositioning it. So I'm going to make use of this head sculpt with another He-Man or possibly another action figure that I have, which would need this kind of head sculpt. So that ends my review for this Masters of the Universe Tri-Klops figure, Masters of the Universe Revelation Tri-Klops figure I mean. So let's go to the photos and the video shots.